how this German couple makes $10,000 a month with their simple micro SaaS. You'll learn some amazing lessons throughout this video, such as why people will pay for something that can be done for free, and how to launch on Reddit without being kicked off. So this micro SaaS was founded by Lukas and Liz Herman. They're a married couple from Germany, and they run a micro SaaS called StageTimer.io, and it's a remote controlled countdown timer. Before starting StageTimer, Lukas was a software engineer who had always worked on various side projects. And the idea for StageTimer came when they went and visited a friend at a studio. And Lukas watched in amazement as his friend was running back and forth to control this flash-controlled timer, and he realized there could be a better solution for this. So fast forward 3 years, StageTimer is doing $10,000 a month in recurring revenue. And in terms of their timeline for revenue marks, it took them 10 months to reach 1K a month in recurring revenue, another 8 months after that to reach 5K, and then 10 months after that to reach 10K. And Lukas and Liz really managed to create a product in a super crowded space. Timers are everywhere. They're on your phone, your computer, on the internet, and almost all of them are available for free. But over 10,000 video producers and event organizers have used these at events such as Meta, Netflix, IKEA, Spotify, and more. But the way Lukas and Liz were able to position the product has made all the difference. So they're not positioning themselves in comparison to a timer on your phone. They're positioning themselves in comparison to a physical timer that's $200 to $500. Not to mention this physical product is much more clunky because someone has to go run back and forth to turn the timer on and off. And this lets them charge at least 30 euros on their pro plan for something that most people would consider for free. In terms of something that has doubled their revenue, it's actually offering not just only monthly based pricing, they also offer single event pricing that gives you 30-day access with no subscription, as people can be kind of subscription fatigued, and if you're running one event, you're not going to need this on a monthly basis, and this allowed them to double their revenue. Next, let's look at how they were able to use Reddit as a testing ground to see if this idea had any validity. So it took Lukas 3 days to build the prototype for StageTimer. Once they were done with the prototype, they went and shared this on Reddit. And the post was advice for presentation timer app in the making. And it was, I'm building a presentation timer app that runs in the browser, and the goal is able to put a simple tablet in front of the speaker, run the app in the browser, and remote control it from a laptop or phone without the need to pull HDMI or SDI cables through the room. They're looking for some feedback about the features necessary for such an app, and here is the current basic version. They received some really useful feedback, and this let them get a foothold in that Reddit community. So 6 months later, as they're working on this as a side hustle, they went and asked for more feedback. And so this post was 6 months ago. I asked you for the feedback on a small project. Now it's a real app. Thank you. The post goes on to say, you guys were super helpful and gave me great feedback. Since then, I worked a lot in my free time to implement many of the suggestions you made, and it saw quite some users already. Now it's a real app, and they're really grateful as they got their first subscriber. They're super excited, and they just wanted to say thank you. And this post generated paying customer, and the app has flourished through word of mouth since. So let's take a deeper dive on what StageTimer does. So it lets you keep your event on track with an accurate timer and rundown. So rather than using a Google Sheet, you can set up your rundown in StageTimer, and you can get a full screen output for the confidence monitor on stage. And besides a simple countdown, they have advanced options like count up, time of day, time formats, wrap up colors, and chimes. It also lets you share a timer with your team and keep everyone in sync, which I have to imagine is pretty important for these presentations. And they actually went cloud plus on-premise, so you can access StageTimer in your browser without the need for installation, but they have on-premise versions for Mac and Windows to use on local networks without internet access. In terms of some overall stats, they have over 2 million hours timed, almost 160,000 rooms created, and they have 99.99% uptime. It makes it super simple to get started from creating a room, sharing a link, and then running the show. This is useful for all sorts of types of presentations, from events, live streams, video production, conferences, education, and more. I quite like the naming for this as well. It's very direct, and it describes exactly what the product does. So this is Liz also has some advice around running ads for your solopreneur business. And it's that ads should be done at a certain stage. So first, your go-to-market strategy comes first, then your first users and customers, where you can get feedback, learn about what you can improve for the product, and then the recommendation is to run search ads. This post comes from May of 2022, but they ran Google ads. So they had 14.5 thousand paid impressions, almost 2,000 clicks. They spent $200. They saw revenue growth of 40% in comparison to April. And so they made about $2,100 in revenue on a $230 ad budget. So I gave them 90% margins, which is excellent. So the advice here is don't ignore paid ads, as they can see some pretty good growth. It is crucial though that you do have an understanding of your customers, your target profile, what they're searching for, then your product is actually useful. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm sure you want to build your own micro SaaS, but to do so, you're going to need a really good idea. And I have you covered with free sneaky micro SaaS ideas you can steal for free. There's a link in the description below. All you need to do is enter in your email. I also have a complete course on how to build your very own micro SaaS, even if you don't have any SaaS experience. There's a link in the description below for this as well. So make sure you check both of those out. I'm gonna conclude the video here on Lukas and Liz's story on stage timers. Let me know in the comments what you think of this and what were the biggest takeaways you had from the advice that they shared. If you enjoyed this video, I would love it so much if you smash that like and subscribe button below, and I'll leave a link in the description as well to the original article on indie hackers. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.